Hi fellow vintage lovers, Heather here, and we just got back from 3 days at the world's longest yard sale. It spans from Georgia to Michigan on Highway 127. And of course we live in Indiana, and 127 does not go through Indiana, but we can catch it in Ohio about an hour and a half from home. So we did that. We did that. I don't even remember what we did on Thursday. We didn't think that many people would be out, but we thought we'd just like give it a chance. I needed to go and like refresh my booth in Newcastle, Indiana, and picking up on 127 is not too far from there. So we were like, well, we'll just see how many people are out and the closest we can get to on 127 from Newcastle. And 127 did not disappoint. We were not prepared for that day. We didn't pack snacks. We didn't have water. We didn't wear really clothes that were cool enough to be out there all day. And we ended up spending quite a bit more time on Thursday than we anticipated because there were just so many rummage sales and vendor spots open and out. And then, of course, on Friday and Saturday, we planned for 2 full days of rummage sailing. So we had a cooler packed and cooler clothes on and lots of water to drink and boxes in the car to put breakables and all the things. We started both days about 5:30 in the morning and didn't get home until about 7 o'clock at night or so. And that was only because a lot of sales had packed up, you know, by 4, 5, 6 o'clock. So I'm going to show you everything I got. This is going to be a really long haul. I thought about splitting things up and putting each day's haul at the end of each day's thrifting video, but it's just too hard to split up and remember, because once I brought it home each night, I just wrote everything down, added it to the pile, and so now it's all mixed in. So you just get one big haul. If you want to see, you know, what shopping the 127 looks like, there are, I think, 3 parts going to be ahead of this haul. So go back and watch those other videos. Just see who we run into, the conversations we have, the cool stuff we come across. We saw a lot of neat things this year on the 127 sale. So had a lot of fun interactions. Had some people who even like recognized me from my YouTube channel, which is super fun. That's never happened before, just because we're a little channel and we're really just getting started. So it's kind of fun to be noticed and remembered and recognized. I'm the kind of person who never thinks that anybody recognizes me. So it was kind of surreal to be recognized from YouTube. So that was fun. But anyway, let me get started on showing you everything that I brought home. I don't remember individual prices on it, hardly anything, but I will say that I spent around $300 in 3 days, and we filled the car each day. So that was pretty darn good. So I grabbed this canister set. It's the full canister set. The decal is worn, so you really can't even tell that it's there, but it is the full canister set. I did pay 25 cents for that, and I do remember that because that lady was so sweet, and she had everything priced so well. We spent the first 2 days constantly seeing this butterfly, floral, pink, yellow, and minty green pottery, all unmarked other than USA. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's like, it's not Roseville. It's similar to and looks like it, but it's not, I don't think. But all day long we saw these priced at 40, 50, 30, you know, high. And I came across a sale, and these pieces were marked $3 and $5. So I went ahead and picked them up on a chance. I need to look them up and understand them, but they are so pretty. So I got this basket. Trying to get everything organized as I go through it. This little planter, which is so pretty. It's got some chips, some little damage spots. I mean, that's a pretty good sized chip, but it's still really cute if you're just planting plants in it. It doesn't have to be perfect. $3 on that one. This really pretty yellow bowl. It's got a chip on the inner rim, but that was $5. Whoops, let me chip it some more. And then this lidded dish. I just think the colors are so cute. And then there's like a leafy flower with a bud for the knob on the lid on top. That was $5. So I thought that was pretty good, considering we'd seen it all day long for super a lot more than that. Paid a couple bucks for these old kind of litho framed art pieces in the original wood frames. Picked up this cute thermoserve mustard yellow ice bucket. I've had this before, so of course I picked it up again. It was in perfect condition. I mean, not a dang thing wrong with that. It was so good. Picked up this little 90s kitty cat hook rack. It's got little hooks for your keys all along there. Got a little thing to hang it on the back. Thought that kind of fit the cottage core granny vibe. Picked up this really cute wooden napkin holder with those cute little daisy flowers on there. I've been looking for one of those giant crisscross accordion mug racks. I can't find one that's affordable at all because they're really cool and everybody wants them. But I did come across this vintage wooden, kind of like a baby gate, dog gate. It's really old. It's got really cool, like metal pins in it to make it accordion. And I thought, why can't I, everywhere that these crisscross, screw in a hook? Why can't I do that? I know it won't have pegs like the ones that I was looking for, but I could still hang a lot of mugs. Or if you've seen the picture going around on Pinterest of someone who has a giant one of these, they hang their vintage Christmas ornaments on each of the pegs. So I'm thinking if I can screw in those hooks, I don't know what those hooks will do as this accordions, but it should be okay, right? I don't know. So I'm gonna give it a try. This was only $5 at a big vendor spot, so I thought I could take a chance for $5. The mister picked up this because it was a quarter. It is a super heavy pottery piece. It's got a really cool look. It's like glazed in like brownish, I don't know, caramely brown. And it's got like a rickracky edge. It's just really cool. It's got no maker's mark, or year or anything. So it may even be new, but it's a really neat piece of pottery. And the glaze I thought was really cool. So Mr. picked that one for us. I think it was like a quarter. So there are two things mixed in here that I did get at the thrift store prior to going on 127, so I'll show you those two. I picked up this 12 Days of Christmas. It's by House of Lloyd. This one's from 1990 sometime. I just thought it was unique enough that those resin people up there are the 12 Days of Christmas. This still has the original tag on it. I think it was $5, $5.99 maybe, and when I looked it up on eBay, it was selling for around $45, and I just thought it was just unique enough to want to pick up. And then the mister, on his thrifting adventures by himself one day, picked up a set of these frosty glass mugs. They were 99 cents a piece, but the whole set was there. They are 80s, and I can't remember the maker, but they're 80s vintage glass. They're glass, definitely, and heavy. Does it say on there? It does not say in there. It says Indonesia, but I just thought they were cute. Vintage inspired. Well, I guess they are vintage now because they're 80s. And so he picked those up. I don't usually pick up big giant art pieces, but he was only $1, and the frame is kind of cool. It's like a, I don't know, it's almost plasticky, but I just thought he was neat. He's got like a litho kind of style. I don't think it is. But it was cute for $1, and I think it's something that I could possibly put in my booth one day. Let's see what else. I've got my stuff stacked over here and I can't get to anything. Picked up for $4 a really cute and vibrant vintage Barbie case. She's my favorite right here. But I also like this one in her earmuffs. $4. It does have some Barbies in it, but they're newer. But I had to take those Barbies in order to take the case. That's what the guy told me, so I just followed directions. Picked up this really cute cottagecore kind of 90s vibes shelf, and I do love when these shelves have the plate rack in them so that you can display things standing up and they're not going to fall off your shelf in the middle of the night and scare the snot out of you. I picked up these two hook racks, peg racks, to take these off. I'm not going to use the wood part because the hooks tend to sell well for me, especially with the glass ends on them. So we're just going to take those off of there and sell the hooks as is. Now, I got the coolest Roman shade for my front window. I don't know if I'll be able to turn you around and show you because the light coming in that window is probably going to make it really hard to see. But basically, it's a Roman shade that goes up and down. It is so 70s. It was in its original Montgomery Ward packaging, had the original tags, had never been taken out, never been used. We mounted it. It's like the perfect size for my front window, and it just raises and lowers so beautifully. But I tell you that story to tell you that I had these plastic shades hanging in my front window just for the summertime because the sun comes in there so hard that it sometimes is hard to cool our house. So since I took these down because I got that shade, I'm going to go ahead and list these. They're in the most immaculate condition. They're like so perfect for a tiki room. So anyway, they're just a long shade, and then they've got a row of little loops, and there are 2 of those, and they hung perfectly in my front window for a long, long time. But now it's time to move those on to someone else. I think I paid, I don't know, maybe like $12 for those on a thrift trip with my friend Haley, and they've served me well. But now we've got this really cool one. Let me see if I can turn it around. You're gonna probably be blinded by my front window, but don't mind it. Is it gonna do it? Okay, so see up at the top there? See the wonder? So that whole thing like just like lowers down like a blind, and it is so like velvety and just stripy and cool. It's just so good. It's just so good. And I think I paid $10 for it. And again, had never been out of its original Montgomery Ward packaging. There was a date on it. I want to say 1965, and never been used. What were these people doing? Why do they keep that in their closet? Why don't they bring it out? All right, I picked up a couple of cute little vintage baby shower, bridal shower invitations. Picked up, I remember my grandma having these, and she would always have frozen peaches in them, like when she would buy, a bushel of peaches and then prep them all and put them in the freezer for ice creams and whatever all through the year. She would have these, but they were usually in this color, just plain. Well, this guy had these really cute, colorful ones for a couple of bucks, and I don't know if they sell or if I'm just going to keep them to use as Tupperware for myself, but I thought the colors of them were super, super cute. Picked up this for a song and a dance. Isn't that cute? In the original packaging, it's made in Hong Kong, and it is a manicure kit and also just like it's got a little space for storage. So I love that flower in there. And then this opens and it's got all of its manicure stuff in there and sewing, manicure and sewing. And then you can open the bottom and it has a little mirror. You can put your little lipstick, whatever in there too. So it's a double. Cute little manicure, sewing, and space to store your little extras in. So that's fun. Paid 50 cents, I think, for those. I don't know how much I paid for these, but I thought they were so cute and still in their original packaging, maybe $1 or so. It does say made in China, so it's probably 80s, but I just thought that they looked real cute in that bag. My battery's probably going to die on my camera. Picked up this for $1. We have this one vendor who's like absolutely one of our favorite people. We follow her everywhere she goes, and she's so, so nice. She calls us when she's having a yard sale. She lives about an hour from us, but I'd never seen this milk glass, and it's probably hard to see on the camera, but there's like a vine of flowers and leaves that goes right down the center of it. I don't usually pick up milk glass vases, but that was one I'd never seen before. Picked up these mirrored heart candle holders. I think I paid $1 for the pair. We picked up a couple of these ducks. I don't know where the other one is right now, but oh, there he is. Let's see if I can break everything in there. Ducks are really kind of in right now. That lodge look is really in. These are unmarked, but they did used to have felt on the bottom, so I'd say they're pretty old. There's a chip on each tail that could be touched up with paint, so I'm going to work on that. They were $1 a piece, I think, and the guy was super duper nice who was at that booth. Picked up this little poodle mail sorter. He is missing the pin that goes in his tail, but that's okay. He's still real cute. Picked up this out of nostalgia. The very first thing I ever sold on Etsy was a tin just like this, only the background was yellow. So I picked this baby up because it's almost just like the one that I sold before. I picked up this one because the starbursts are pretty on there. We picked up this because it was just interesting. It's like a bridge set or canasta, I don't know. But everything's in there. I don't know what that is. A little score pad, not sure, but the pins in there and everything. I think we only paid $1 for it, so even if it's not that special, it was still neat to us. I picked up these really cute, and I think they're 2003, so they're really not that old, but they are considered vintage. But look how cute those are. They're like little, they're called glass slippers. They go on your fancy drink glasses and look like tinsel for holiday parties. So I thought those were super, super cute. $1 a piece on those. That's another set of shower cards. I picked up this for 50 cents only because I recently started a booth and need little risers because I do just have a bookshelf right now. It's not like a full-blown booth, so it's really hard to see things in the back of the booth. So I thought that having these risers would maybe help me to be able to display things a little better so that, so that we could actually see everything behind me, or behind the back of the shelves. Always, watering cans do well for me. I picked these up for $1 a piece. There's another one in here somewhere. There's some more lids that go with those freezer containers. Picked up a lucite egg plate, which is fantastic. This was from our favorite lady vendor. I think I paid $5 for it or so. For $2 for the whole bag, I picked up 2 sets of the Sirocco, Burwood, Homco. I'm not sure which company made these birds, but they always do sell for me, and I always pick them up whenever I find them. And this one happened to have 2 full sets for $2, so I couldn't pass that up. Okay, this snowman, look at his face. Isn't he have the sweetest face? I don't usually pick up these little candle holders, especially not Jasco or whatever this is. This is not Jasco. This is called Little Lovekins, but he just had the cutest face, so he had to come home with us. Picked up this Vera Bradley bag. This is for eBay. It's brand spanking new. Tag still on it. Retail $45. It's in mint condition. Nobody's ever, I don't think, used this. And I paid $5 whole. No, I didn't. I paid $1. $1. That's like, you can't pass that up. You can't. Picked up a little bin of measuring tapes. I'm always using these when we're out and about and to measure my packages. Picked up these 2 cute little plastic Santa Christmas houses, little ornaments. Picked up a lion tamer and a lion salt and pepper shaker. They both are marked Japan and have their corks intact, which I find to be incredible. Picked up this little jadeite green doggy. He's all glass. The pontal scars on the bottom. I'll have to look him up. I don't know anything about him, but I just thought he was real sweet and would be really cute. You know, in a green display. The mister found this little duck. He's really cute. When he rolls along, his wings flap, which it's not doing on that side, but it really does do that. So we thought that was cute. It's not marked or anything, but it appears handmade. Really, really sweet. So, of course, he came home with us for $1 or $2. Let's see. Picked up a couple of little funny 80s shower curtains. It comes with a plain colored shower curtain, and then it comes with a swag. That is a fun color. So I got the blue, and then I got the tulips. Or the pink and the tulips. Picked up, let's see, whoops, this pair of pretty Homco Sirocco floral art frame. I thought that would hinge, but it definitely does not. I mean, it hinges, but not all the way open or closed. But still, that was cute. $5 for it. Picked up these cute, colorful plastic paper plate holders for $1. Picked up this men's dresser caddy. I liked the black and the brown, and then the design on there is really different, and it has the original Swank Japan sticker on the bottom. So I thought that was fun. I think I paid a couple bucks for it, maybe $3. Picked this baby up for $2.50. It's really cool, like an accordion brass candle holder, and then these just shimmy and you can tighten them to the way that you need them to be. So I'd never seen that before. It's home interiors, but I'd never seen the accordion brass candle holder. And then inside that same bag with that came the home interior butterflies that I always pick up. So that is everything from that bag. Let's see what else. Oof. I think I'm gonna run out of battery before I get this video done because I've got so much. Picked up a tree star. This one was super fun. Picked up a couple of Noma Christmas candles. I thought that little design on there is so cute. The bright blue, the neon green, the hot pink, it's just so good. The little sleigh, everything about that is good. There were a pair of those, and I thought the packaging was just too good to pass up. Picked up a really pretty, really large hand mirror for $6. I do always pick those up when I find them. Usually if the price is right, I always do, just because they're so pretty. This pretty vase was on a free table because its handle has been repaired, but I just thought it was too pretty not to pick up for no money at all. It says something, but I'm not sure. I don't know what that says, but for free, it came home with me. Okay, so this is from the guy's booth who recognized us. He said he was so cute, and I wish we had asked his name. Well, I don't know why we were so rude, but we talked to him the whole time. He had a huge booth, and we just talked and talked. But anyway, when I was shopping, I come walking up the first aisle, and he was sitting at the end of it, and I'm looking at stuff. You know, I'm talking to the mister, and he goes, "I've watched you on YouTube." Real soft, so sweet. And I'm like, really? Like, surprised. It was so cute. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, and then we all got to talking, and he doesn't have a booth or anything. And we were like, well, where do you set up? And he was like, only here, but you can come to my barn anytime. And it was just so cute. So if you're watching, little guy who sets up, not little guy, guy who sets up at Van Wert and has a big tent full of really good Christmas stuff, comment below so I can know who you are. Let me know what your name is so that I can actually, you know, say hi and shout you out, because it was a pleasure to meet him. He was so very nice. We bought, I don't know, maybe $15, $20 worth of stuff from his booth. He had a lot of good stuff. A lot of things that I would have loved to take home if we had had the space for it. So it was super, super nice to meet him. Nice to meet you, wherever you are, whoever you are. If you watch this, make sure you comment, because I want to know who you are. Anyway, I got this brand new in the original plastic still photo album from him. Couple bucks. Got these really cute vintage salad servers. Not from him, but the photo album jogged my memory of him. This pretty vase came from his booth for $5. It has been bumped from the outside, and so there are inner cracks. I never understand really how that happens, but it's like it's not cracked out here to run your finger over it. It's smooth as butter, but inside you can see that it's cracked. I have a paperweight who the same thing happened to it. I just think it's fascinating, but this was too pretty to pass up. It displays beautifully. I had to really look to find the cracks. He like spoke up and was like, oh, it's cracked, but I would have never even noticed it from just looking at it. I mean, a purist might notice it, you know, would look it over and find it, but I'm like, why is this only $5? And he's like, oh, it's cracked if you turn it upside down. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, I see that now, but it's like inside, so it's not even on the outside. So I'm bringing that home with me. I always pick up this Get Well dog planter when I find him. Usually this thermometer is broken off here on the end. This one wasn't. He's got his original stamp on the bottom, says Japan. Really sweet. Paid a couple bucks for him. Paid $8 for the pair of these triangle ashtrays in the best colors ever. Marked and made by Eagle. Picked up a key rack. Seen better days right here, needs a little refinishing, but we can do that. This is from the cute guy who noticed me and remembered me and acknowledged me from YouTube. I love these little kits. This one was $6. Picked up a, oh, that was dangerous, $5 amber egg plate. With holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, this is a perfect color, perfect thing. Everybody wants that. Picked up this trivet, which I have never seen before. And it says, the kiss of the sun for pardon, the song of the birds for mirth. One is nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on earth. And I like the sunburst there and the yellow, so thought that was cute. I think I paid $1 for that or so. 50 cents for a cute coffee mug that matches the Balanoff Pentron canister sets. These have been selling like crazy for me, and I'd never seen a double. So we picked up a double candy dish. The singles that people usually make in shop class in high school have been selling like crazy for me. Every time I get one, it sells. So of course I picked this one up when I found a double for $10. Picked up this pair of never used, really sweet little trimmed curtains. Enough for one window. Picked up a handmade crocheted tree skirt, whoops, really sweet, for 50 cents. I have recently picked this up as a wall art piece. I thought it was just a wall shelf, but apparently it came with this little doodad that could slide in and out of the back. So this could sit on a tabletop too as a little easel. You could display art or whatever. The lady was so happy when I bought it. She said, all the people have been picking that up, but they say, what would I do with it? And I'm like, well, you put a little piece of art or something on it. And she's like, well, yeah, I'm so happy you're going to take it home and understand it. So was fun to find that. And then here's that other canister I told you I bought for nostalgia's sake. This one was red. Like I said, the very first thing I ever sold on Etsy was one of those in yellow. There's that other watering can I told you I picked up for $1. Needs some cleaning, but we can do that. We're not afraid of a little dirt. I picked up these two little sugar textured guys for $1 a piece. They come with their own supply of dog hair, so that's fun. And I have recently sold one of these purses on Etsy. I mean, literally just last week. And so then when I came across it again, I thought, well, you know, if it sold once, it'll sell again. So I picked it up for $1. Look at this pile that's getting going behind me. Boy, boy, boy. Over here, I picked up the raddest garment bag. All the rainbow. That's the one side. And then this is the other. It's got a pocket right here. And then you can put all your garments in it and fold it up and carry it with the carrying handles on the top. Paid, I don't know, $3 or $4 for that. I picked this up. I did not really want the bowl, but of course it matches, so it came with it. But these always do sell. The little tiki spoon and fork for the wall goes perfectly in a tiki bar or kind of tribal themed home. Picked up this vintage Fisher Price 3 Men in a Tub little toy. It is missing its bell, but it's still really cute, so I went ahead and took a chance. I picked up this retro vintage 70s sterno doodad. We were trying to figure out what the heck it was for the longest time, but then we did. We figured it out. These fold in, and it makes a little like grate for a sterno burner. The little burner goes underneath and you can cook here or keep something warm. It's basically for camping, but it folds up flat. So I thought it was really cute with the gold sides and those stars, or sorry, those are flowers. Those flowers on the sides. So I picked that up for just really, really cheap. I got this whole crate for $10 of storybook dolls. And they're all in their original boxes, and they all are different. They're plastic, but they're all real sweet, and they are they're called storybook dolls. And it's funny because the tags aren't there that tell which storybook they're from, but the paper inside tells you all the ones you can possibly pick. So I'm not sure which one she is, and it's really weird because her eyes don't open. Like, why don't they open? She's kind of creepy. So I'm not sure if that was a good buy or not, but they're all so sweet. She used to have shoes. One is missing. They've got little undies on. They're just really cute. They have their original tags on there. Like this one says Springfield Antiques. It's somebody's antique booth had these all, and obviously we're having trouble selling them. But sometimes Etsy gets a different audience than, you know, a local antique mall. So I took a chance for $10, and I probably got 30 or 40 dolls in this crate. So we're going to take a chance on those, learn a little bit about them, and it'll be fun to open them up. But as I said before, I'm about to run out of battery, so it's unlikely that I'll have time to open them in this video. Let me get over here and get some of this stuff a little closer to me so that I can get to it. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay, I picked up a whole bunch of salvage outlet and light switch covers, and then this one is a little different. Picked those up for I think $1 or 50 cents a piece. I picked up another loose side egg plate. This one was on a little rougher shape. It's not quite as vibrant, needs some cleaning, but it was less money too. Picked up 2 brass owl trivets. This one's way cool. Picked up a vintage 90s paper plate holder for the wall. And for $1 whole, I got a vintage magazine rack. I'm not sure why they had this cord tied to it. I don't know. I'll take that off, but I love this mesh. So that had to come home with me, even though I need a magazine rack with a hole in the head, but I'm a hoarder, so here we are. For $2, I picked up this real cute little lamb planter, perfect for a little succulent. I picked up this vintage Japan, I forget, what does it say? Chadwick Miller 1972. I usually, when I find these bird things, they do sell, but usually the wings are sheared off and chipped, and this was so perfect. I love that bright pink flower there. Just the color of it was so vibrant that it came home with me. Picked up this real cute little original packaging pixie bow maker. Thought it was real cute. Has all the little pins in there and the little tool, and shows you how to make your bows for your packages. Thought that was sweet. Picked up this really cute little baby blanket at a vendor spot. Has really sweet little duckies on it. I'm actually about to get a tattoo in memory of my grandmom, and I've been looking for the perfect little duck, and this may be it. I may have to take this with me to the tattoo shop because look how cute that little ducky is. Add some eyelashes to it and it's all good. Went to a church rummage and picked up this brass tiebacks. Those always sell well for me. Picked up this original gift box, wallet, and keychain set. Picked up a pretty little floral egg plate for $1. We picked up this bag full of handles at a church rummage because on those hooks I showed you earlier is missing one of these little knobs, but we were like, oh my gosh, we're going to take that home and replace one of those knobs. Well, no, this is much bigger than the knobs on those hooks, so it doesn't work. But there are some handles in there that are vintage that can be sold, so we'll sell those for $1. I picked up this pretty picture. I like the blue rim and then the blue motif here. It's not signed or anything, it's just pretty. And that blue kind of transfer wear look is going right now. I don't think that is transfer wear, but it sure gives off the same blue and white vibe, which is so in right now. I always pick up a pair of magnetic salt and pepper shakers when I find them. These were super unique. I've seen dogs, I've seen cats. I have never seen pigs. I've had green cats and I've had pink dogs. The guy said that there had been a set of black cats, which I would have loved to have, but they were already sold. So these were second best, man. Still with the magnets, still with the tags on the stickers, I mean, still marked Japan on the bottom, still have their bells, their ears, their noses, their eyes, they're just perfect. So I paid up for those. I paid $5 whole. I always pick up a mug tree when I find it, so that was $1. Let's see if I can get this a little closer. Mr. spotted this. It's plastic. It's a little weather house. It's called a Mystic Weather Forecaster. So it's got a thermometer there, and it tells you inside when it's like humid, the girl comes out, and when it's dry, the boy comes out, or vice versa. So we just thought it was really cute. It's in kind of an amberina colorway, which is funny because it's plastic. But it's just real sweet. On the back, it doesn't tell a maker or anything, but it's just real cute. So we picked that up for $1. These little jewelry boxes have sold for me in the past. Perfect gift for a little girl. I love that little butterfly on the front. It's just got a mirror inside. Just a little jewelry box. I think I paid $1 or so for that. Picked up this wicker towel stand for fingertip towels. I think I paid $1 for that or $2. For, I want to say $0.25, I picked up this J.P. Coates, just really cute little Victorian looking tin. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this table right here, whoop, has a faux wood look. It's kind of rough on top, but the legs underneath just fold flat, and then the table comes down kind of like a TV tray almost. But it was only $1, so I picked it up. I'm thinking future booth, because right now I just have a bookshelf. So in the future, I will have a booth. I will move up to a booth. I have a bookshelf now because they didn't have a booth available. So eventually, I will move up to a booth, and I will need little things like that. Also, I'm going to turn you around here. Can we see it? Can we see it? There's a lamp here on the floor. It's got like a really cool middle so it can raise and lower, and then it's got like an arched thing that the light bulb goes in. It was at a free sale. There was a church, and it was the end of the day, and they said everything is free because they don't set up on Sunday, of course. So they were just like giving stuff away. So that lamp came from there because I thought it was so cool. It needs some love because it's literally corroding on the base, and we don't know if we can fix that or not, but we're gonna try because it needs a home and it needs some love. Next, and finally, I may just actually make it with this. Don't mind my chaos behind me here. I'm trying to redo this this hamper. You can see how pretty the painted graphics are on there. Look how pretty that is. This front part of this is metal, and then the sides are wicker. The bottom is in great shape. It has little wooden feet, but the top is really, really bad. I tried to glue it, so I've got these books sitting on here to kind of weigh down the top. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It may totally have to be redone, and I may just sell it as a project piece. But it's just so cute. It's by Pearl Wick, self-ventilating hamper, but it's so sweet. So we brought it home. It was 75 cents. How do you leave this behind with the paint in perfect shape like that? It just needs a little cleaning up, really, and then if I can fix that lid, it'll be really sweet. So we're gonna try our best. But this whole thing is full of linens from the trip. So these cute pillowcases were $1 a piece. You know me, I've got a thing for vintage pillowcases, so of course I couldn't leave them behind because they're adorable. These, let's see, there's 2 sets of these. One was $3 and one was $1. So those are pretty with little bows. And then these are pretty just with the little blue edging. I picked up a couple of pillow covers, quilted pillow covers that are very cottagecore style. And that one, a little patchwork style. I bought this out of a bassinet. They wanted to sell the bassinet, but I didn't need the bassinet, so I asked them if I could have this little cover for the bassinet pillow, and they said yes. It's got a little "Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep" hand embroidered little pillow cover. The best sleeping bag I have ever seen. I paid $10. Look at it. Look at this. I mean, have you ever seen anything more groovy than that in your whole life? Now let me wait, because it gets better. Hold on. The inside. Look at the piece. Love. Just the grooviest. I can't even believe I'm putting it against me right now. It hasn't been washed or anything, but it's so cool. He had, I think he had it marked $18 or $19. I begged him to take 10. He said yes. It's Fashion Manor by JCPenney. You can machine wash it. There's no dates or anything, but gosh, it's so cool. There's a spot for date of delivery, but it's not marked. It's so good. I'm sure that guy laughed at me when I left because I was freaking out about it, but it's so cute. It's so cute. I can't get over it. That's going straight to the washer. Probably I should go straight to the washer after I just loved on it like that. Oh wait, this might have been the best deal of the day though. Listen, this tapestry is so cool. Wait a minute. Let's back up here. I may have to show you half and half, okay? Okay, look how bright, how vibrant. It's a peacock. I have to show you like small here, you know, obviously half and half because the camera frame's only so big and my living room's only so big and it's obviously full of everything I've just showed you, but this tapestry is so neat and it still has the original Italy tag inside, copyright P&C, but it doesn't tell you a year, but it is so old. They had $29 on it. I went up and asked them what's the best they could do for it. She said 20. The mister and I had been talking about if I could get it for 15, I would do it. I said, I got, you know, like really strong and ballsy, I guess, sturdy with my feelings, and said, would you take 15? And they said yes. So of course it came on with me. How cool is that? And it's huge. It's huge. Obviously I can't open it up and show you the whole thing, but such a cool thing. Whoops, breaking things back there. New old stock little sheets for $4 or $5. Really cute little handmade baby quilt. There's a fun like 90s pattern on there. The lady who at that sale was hilarious. She talked nonstop. It was so cute. A really sweet little towel I'll probably use for personal use, maybe in the kitchen. A really cute little fringed yellow tablecloth for a couple bucks. Oh, I can't even reach my phone. I'm just gonna have to let it ring. And then for $1, since I had picked up that other tablecloth, or what's it called? Tapestry. I went ahead and picked this little one up with the pheasants for $1. Just because lodge look is really in right now. So I can't believe I did that on this amount of battery. I'm down to 7%. So I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. We had so much fun on 127. We met so many fun people. One of my favorites has to be the guy who recognized me. I just can't believe that. Like, I'm in disbelief. I just don't think ever that anybody recognizes me. So it was so sweet that he spoke up, and we had a good time talking to everybody. Of course, we always love Rhonda, that we always see in Eaton, Ohio, and we've seen her in Richmond as well on Highway 40 sales. We love her. So it's always just so much fun to run into people, talk to people, meet new people. It's always good conversations that we have with little booth owners and vendors and yard sale havers. So that is everything. I did pick up a desk that I'm going to use in my office space for packing and shipping materials. I paid $1 whole for that vintage school desk. It's got a really cute shape for the shelf underneath. And then I also picked up, and it's outside, like a display stand, kind of got like little round circle things that spin. It's tall. It may be new, but it also may be old, and we couldn't decide. But we were kind of hemming and hawing over it, and the lady was like, well, it's definitely for sale and you can have it for $10. So we said yes, just because I am in the mentality of saving things for when I can finally get a booth. So hoping to ramp up from a bookshelf to a booth. But again, once that happens, I'm going to need to have shelving. So we went ahead and picked it up because I had a cool kind of 60s store display vibe. It was like avocado green. So of course we couldn't pass that up for $10 whole. So that is everything for now. We've got some sales coming up in the coming weeks. And of course I'll take you along with us when we go and then show you what I bring home. So I am going to take care of this hoard and get some laundry going and get all this photographed and put away. So thank you so much for watching. Go back and watch those other videos. Watch and shop along with us for the Highway 127 World's Longest Yard Sale. So cool. So cool. Such a good experience every single year. Love it, love it, love it. So watch those videos and come along with us in the coming weeks, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.